Hey, what's up guys, it's Marv and welcome back to another Asphalt Legends Unite video, and this will be my review slash recap of the Drive Syndicate 9. Now before I get into all the details, I want to let you guys know about a couple of things. Firstly, keep an eye out on the Asphalt and ESL Asphalt YouTube channels this weekend because I will be casting, hopefully, the English stream for the Gamescom finals for the Snapdragon Pro series. So I'm super excited to be back in the Asphalt esports action, this time with the first ever LAN finals for an Asphalt Legends Unite event. The event itself is happening at Gamescom in Germany, but the English stream will be hosted from Poland, which is really cool. I've never been to Poland before, so hopefully, if all the flights go well, fingers crossed, I'll be able to make it. And I'm co-casting with Lethal again, who is absolutely phenomenal. So I hope you guys enjoy. Again, keep an eye out on all of the official Asphalt YouTube channels. I'm pretty sure they're going to co-stream the English and German streams as well. Alright, so let's talk about the Drive Syndicate 9. Now, initially, I did have a little higher expectations than normally for a Drive Syndicate, just because I figured, oh, they're releasing Asphalt Legends Unite. Maybe they'll want to incentivize players to play the Drive Syndicate as much as possible, get as many new players in as they can, and make this a more rewarding and easier event. But I was wrong, and maybe that's on me, maybe that's my bad for having those sorts of expectations. Now, I do want to say, there are some positives to this event. I believe this time around, they used more previous cars than they have in other Drive Syndicates. It used to be that every single car in the Drive Syndicate event was a new car that you had to unlock from zero, whereas recently we got Drive Syndicates where maybe one of the cars was a previous car that you could unlock. So for example, the McLaren 765 LT or the Lamborghini Murcielago. Maybe I'm wrong about this not happening before, but this time around we got two cars in the game that were previously unlockable. So this time it was the Enzo Ferrari and the Lamborghini Essenza SC V12. Obviously these aren't the most common cars, but I've seen a lot of people with the Enzo Ferrari before this event started, so Gameloft had to have known that this car was fairly common. Now I started this event with the SC V12 unlocked, and I had about half the required blueprints for the Enzo Ferrari. So not the best in terms of starting potential, but also not the worst. Again, I didn't start from absolutely nothing, so I figured at the very least I may be able to unlock the SF90X Stradale. My absolute hope was maybe possibly I could get to the bolide, but once we started the event I knew that was near impossible. And unfortunately it seems like I won't even get to the SF90X Stradale because from my calculations, now that we have the relay packs, I can buy around 250,000 Syndicate coins, but because I have, I believe, 34 blueprints left, if I don't get very lucky in the packs, it might take me around 510,000 Syndicate coins to unlock the SF90XX. So I would need about double what I can buy, so I don't think I'm going to take that chance. More than likely, I think what I might do is just spend all of my Syndicate coins and maybe buy a couple of packs and try to max out the Enzo Ferrari. I know it's not the highest rank, I think the SCV12 is ranked a bit higher, but honestly the Enzo Ferrari is just such a classic. I loved it all the way back in Asphalt 4 and all of the subsequent Asphalt games it was in, so for me it's more of a personal preference. There's no way in heck I'm touching the Porsche Mission R with a 10-foot pole anymore. I got that at the minimum 2-star requirement that I needed to, and I'm not going to touch it. It is really not that great of a car. And for the Essenza SCV12, I don't think it's super meta, honestly, and again, I don't have that nostalgia factor. Next up, I want to briefly talk about the Jesko Absolute. Obviously, I'm not going to unlock it, and I assume a majority of you guys won't unlock it as well, but I figured you might see it in multiplayer. Maybe you will want to know how it drives, and well, frankly, I love driving it. I mean, it's a 300 plus mile per hour top speed focused car in Asphalt, so I'm going to love it, and I do prefer this design over the Jesko Attack, which is the track focused one that we already have. I love the fins on the back, they look really cool. But anyway, in this video you won't see me drive it properly because I'm playing Money Run, so my goal isn't to be as fast as possible, it's to try and slow down, keep my pace with the AI so that I can knock them down, and get as many Syndicate coins as possible. Either way though, this car definitely has a couple of quirks, and the biggest one might be a little bit game breaking. If you notice, when I start drifting, I actually gain a whole lot of speed, which is really weird and totally not how any other car in Asphalt works. I'm not sure if this is a bug or if it is intended behavior, but a lot of people have pointed it out, and this makes the Jesko Absolute one of the weirdest but also one of the best cars in the game, just because it accelerates so quickly while gaining nitro. So you're not using your nitro, you're gaining nitro and accelerating at the same time. So really the best way to use Shockwave is to just continuously drift on the ground and then save up for Shockwave in the air. Either way, it was fun to at least have some track time with the Jesko Absolute. Maybe I'll do a test video in the future. Let me know in the comment section if that's something you'd like to dive deep into with a new video, but I probably won't focus too much on it because, well, I won't unlock it anytime soon. Now I realize I'm getting towards the end of the video, but I did forget to mention that yes, the Bugatti Bolide was a previous car. Now, I didn't mention it in the first part of the video because I never unlocked it, I never even got close to, so that just never really went through my mind. But now that I think about it, yeah, there probably are a couple of people who already had that car unlocked, which technically speaking, overall, it does make this a bit of an easier event. I mean, some people will have blueprints for the car as well. I believe I have a couple just from willy-nilly playing the game for the past year or so since this car has been released. But yes, that does make this Drive Syndicate a bit easier than previous ones. However, that doesn't change the overarching sentiment I still have about the Drive Syndicate events. They're great to play to just get a couple of new cars, maybe star up some old ones that you didn't think about for a while, like the Enzo, like the SCV12, but at the end of the day, it is a grind fest, and I'm not putting a whole lot of time into it, frankly, because it isn't worth it. I'm going to get as far as I realistically can, and I'm not going to do much more. In addition to that, because they removed the ability to directly buy Syndicate coins with tokens outside of the relays ever since we had the first Drive Syndicate, if you're a free-to-play user, it is literally impossible to go further than what the relays will take you. So that makes it an incredibly frustrating experience if you're a free-to-play user and you try to get invested into the Drive Syndicate. Unfortunately, because they haven't made any substantial changes to this first Drive Syndicate since the release of Asphalt Legends Unite, I'm not really hopeful that they'll do anything in the future to make it either easier or smoother or anything like that, especially for free-to-play users. So again, it's great to get the couple of new cars. I mean, basically you get a free Porsche Mission R at the very least with basically no effort, so that's nice at the very minimum, but that's about it. That's all I can really say for positives with the Drive Syndicate 9. Again, I think I'm going to get out of this with a pretty nice Enzo Ferrari, which is great for me, but I recognize that a lot of players will have started out with no blueprints for that car. So unfortunately, this doesn't bode well for the future of Drive Syndicates, so I won't be getting my hopes up anytime soon, that's for sure. But I am very curious to hear what you guys think of the first Drive Syndicate with Asphalt Legends Unite. Did you already have a lot of the cars for this event? Did it make it any easier for you, or did you start from nothing? Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys thought of the Drive Syndicate 9, and thank you very much for watching. I will see you all later.